Hi, my name's Josh. I'm going to take you through the signal flow of the Tascam DM4800 here at SAE. So the first thing we've got to remember is to turn the air conditioning on to protect all the equipment. But after that, we remember the acronym DICS. So we've got the desk, interface, computer and speakers, and that's the order we turn things on. So with this digital console, the desk and the interface are one thing. So we come down, press this on button here. Now the desk and the interface are on. So we come over, turn the computer on, wait for the magic sound. There's the magic sound, and then we can turn the speakers on and the subwoofer. Sweet as. Okay, so once the desk's powered up, we need to choose the project. So we need to know whether we want to be working with Ableton or Pro Tools, and whether we want to be working with a 44.1 kilohertz project or 48 kilohertz. For this example, we're going to choose Pro Tools 48 kilohertz. So we press the cursor key to load a new project. And we can use this to scroll through. Bottom one says Pro Tools 48, so then we click load. All loaded up. And then we open Pro Tools on the computer. Start a new session. Save this little item here, which we're going to call Tascam SigFlow. Notice that the sample rate here is grayed out. It's because we chose it before. Everything else we just choose to our heart's desire. Save it where we'd like to save it. And a blank session will open up, and before we set anything else up, we'll just go through and set up the microphones. Alright, so we're standing in here with our signal source, which is the latest in music technology. This thing is called a smartphone. Produces the best of lo-fi music. We've got two microphones here. First one's a Rode NT2A condenser microphone. The second one's a Shure SM58 dynamic. The condenser is running through record, which is going into F1, which is input 1 in the Tascam. The dynamic is going into the preamp channel 2 in the Tascam. You can see out here. And then we also have a headphone send coming back out into a passive headphone splitter. And these headphones are to be worn like so by the musician in the case of emergency. So now we're ready to set up Pro Tools. We just create some new tracks with the shortcut Command Shift N. We want two mono tracks for this example. Create, they're audio tracks. We have the NT2A condenser microphone, and we have the SM58 dynamic microphone. So NT2A, we just want to set the input of that. It's in Rec 6 line 1, and we're going to output this to Tascam 5. Input of 1B is UA pre channel 2, and we're going to output that one to Tascam 26. So on our desk here, the condenser is going to need phantom power, so we turn that on. We want to make sure it's at mic level, and we'll turn our preamp up, and we can see our level here, and we want to get it up till sorry, it gets a bit fiddly at the end there. Alrighty, and we're happy with that level. And then we'll do a similar thing over here. We're going to make sure we're on our mic impedance level, our phantom power is off, and where our power is on. We'll set our level here in a minute. We can do that from Pro Tools. So while we're in channels 1 to 24, we want to bring this fader up to unity. And if we input monitor these channels, we should see signal coming through. So command equals brings the mix window, and we can set our levels here. Sweet. So it's quite low, but you know, we have to work with what we got. We've got a weak microphone going into here, that's fine. Alrighty. So we make sure that we're in stereo on the desk. Our control room level is set by here. We'll turn it down for the sake of this so you can hear me talking. We want to make sure that our stereo fader is on 0. If we go to channel 25, we're going to bring 25 and 26 up. Alright, so now we're going to set up a headphone send. We're just going to do it for the NT2A channel. We go to our sends here, output, and we are going to headphone mix A. Alrighty, so now we will set this one to unity. Alright, we'll go down to our auxiliaries, so we press screen here to get our auxiliaries up. We'll pay attention to aux1 and 2. aux1 is headphone send A, so we'll turn this one up. We don't want to blast them, but we'll turn this one up to unity. And then we will set the headphone sends over here. So, there's 3 dials on the left here. They need to be at 12 o'clock. And then over at channel 1 here, we want to make sure our mix is set over to mix headphone A, which is all the way to the left. And then we set our volume that they're going to be hearing with this. So let's just bring that up to about 12 o'clock now, just for sake. But you talk to the person on the other side and make sure you're not damaging their eardrums. And there you have a headphone send. Alrighty, so we'll do some talkback now. Got our handy little talkback microphone, make sure that's in the on position. We should be good to go. Press this little dude in and say, look, I liked it, but you know, let's record it again because realistically it wasn't great. So just another take, thanks boss. Sorted. You probably use better people management skills than that, but you know, that's a fun little example. Alright, so now we want to apply some effects processing. So we start with dynamics, EQ, and then other effects through the auxiliaries. So first we want to select the channel, and then we will press the dynamics section onto the screen. That's what it wants to press. Sweet. We'll put our compressor on with that button there, and let's go and have a look at what's happening on the screen. Now we can control things up here, but we can also control things with our macro buttons here. So with our compressor, we set our threshold. Negative 24 is okay for what we're going to be doing. We can see our gain reduction here. We're going to be doing basically some mixed bus compression. So to have a nice easy ratio, 3 to 1 or so. Let the transients through with the attack. Maybe let's go about 80 milliseconds or 70, and a release 260 milliseconds is about a quarter note. That's okay, you can see. Alrighty, we might just back that threshold off a little bit. Sorry, other way. And just some mild mixed bus compression going on there, nothing too major. It's already compressed and mastered. So next we'll go to EQ. We've got 2 ways we can go to EQ. We could press this screen button here, or down here we can just press this button to switch onto your EQ. Now again, you have your low gain and Q, low, mid, mid and high here. So we can put the EQ in, or we can change it with these buttons here. So let's go to our high mid. High mid frequency will 749 Hertz. That's good. That's about that Walmart frequency. We don't want a whole lot of that, so let's EQ that down, and let's bring that Q up a little bit more. Sweet as. Then we might use the low mids. 223 Hertz, that's alright. Again, let's bring the Q up. Whoa. Down, sorry. Gain up. And we're just going to get rid of some mud. And then we might use the high EQ. Let's change the type to a shelf. Oh. High shelf. Let's bring the frequency up to about 8 kilohertz, and let's add some air to this mix. We got a nice low pass filter there, sorry, a high pass filter, which I won't touch. I kind of like where that is, and that's the EQ section. Next, we want to go to the effects setups, so come over here, press effect. You've got some effects in here, so to load some effects, press that button here to go to the effects library. We'll scroll here, and I like this idea of a small chamber, so we click recall, and that's recalled to effect 1, and then back to our effects, and we'll do the same thing for effects 2, and I like the idea of a basic delay, so let's recall that, and then we can set these effects here same way we did. So let's bring that tail out, the reverb, make it nice and obvious. I like this. Let's just bring these highs out a little bit longer, make it a bit more of a realistic room. Alrighty, now to get these delays up, we want to go to our auxiliary section. Effects 1 is channel 10. Channel 10, so let's turn the level up. And channel 12 is the delay, and the panning of these two is in here. Now we can go to our aux section here. We notice that 9, 10, 11 and 12 faders are full. We'll leave them that way, and we'll control the amount of the effect back up here through this section here. Sweet as. And that's how we do our effects. Alrighty, so now that we've finished our Pro Tools session, we've got all our thumb drives out. We just need to shut the whole system down. So we've got to remember the opposite to digs, which is skid. We're going to go speakers first, and then the computer, and then the interface desk. So start with the speakers and the subs, just in the same way that I did it on the startup. Come round, shut the computer down, and then if we come over to the desk, we want to press Control, Shift and Alt, enter to confirm shutdown, enter again to shut down, and now we can turn off the power at the back the same way that we turned it on. That same little button, and we're golden. And that's the signal flow of the Tascam.